week celebrated Safer Internet Day, aimed at highlighting the importance of online safety for children and reinforces its commitment towards creating a safer digital future for generations to come. For more details, I am joined by the Chief Public Relations Officer at the Ministry of Gender Equality, Poverty Eradication and Social Welfare, Mr. Lukas Haufiku. Good evening and welcome to the Daily Roundup.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
What was the prime focus of Safer Internet Day this year?
As the name states for itself, it's a safer internet. It looks basically at the safety thereof. That's when children, particularly, or everybody, particularly children, when they log on, just to ensure that they are safe online. So the day basically focuses on promoting a safe and more responsible use of online technology.
So what exactly is your ministry's involvement in as far as ensuring safer internet is concerned?
One of the key campaigns that the Ministry of Gender Equality, Poverty Eradication and Social Welfare holds or has is a trafficking in persons. Now, when you talk about trafficking in persons, you are talking about recruitment, transportation, the harboring of persons, which can be done by by forceful means or somebody using their power in the position that they hold. So the internet is fortunately or unfortunately one of the tools that these people that are doing such things or culprits are using to lure people into either illegal activities or getting them to other countries. So that ties in very well with that the ministry is doing to ensure that we have a safer internet and people are taught on the dangers of internet when they misuse it in per se.
Mr. Haufiku, how at risk are Namibian children on the internet?
They to a certain extent they are at risk because the internet is far-reaching consequences, and unfortunately, it's not only for the children but also for the elderly, because as some elders don't know some tweaks and things to do on their computer or browsers or phones just to keep them safe. So it's not only the children, unfortunately, it's also the elders. But it's really high time for us as elders just to take that step and in educating ourselves and our children on really how to remain safe online. So the improvement thereof should be us reading up on what it is, what we can do, because as much as it's a good tool to convey and communicate information, it can also be a very dangerous one if you don't do what or keep yourself safe when you are online.
Right. So what are the types of dangers that are there on the net threatening the children?
One of the key threats online is issues of cyberbullying. There's a lot of cyberbullying online, especially when kids they are living literally on their gadgets. So there is cyberbullying that's happening. There is sometimes they don't know what type of information to disclose, so they disclose anything. They give out they use simple passwords where anybody can log in, especially hackers. So sometimes they don't know these things and what it means to, for instance, leave their location on their mobile phones. Any other person who's not so tech savvy can definitely track the whereabouts of this person at any given time. So those are some of the few threats that come from the online community.
Now, do children understand the risks that come with using the internet? And if not, how can that be improved, Mr. Haufiku?
To an extent they do, to an extent they don't. As earlier alluded to, also parents sometimes don't know the precautions that they should take to when they are online. So it's gonna take us to the internet should be a part of the discussion tables at home, how they can keep themselves safe. How we can keep ourselves safe, what we should do on our gadgets, what type of browsers what type of browser we should use. There are children-friendly browsers out there that they can use, but not many people know them. As I said, if we don't come to the table and just ensure that we teach our children these things and also ourselves, we may be exposing our children to a greater danger out there.
So how can stakeholders come together to keep the dialogue alive on, creating a safer space for children?
There is several things that the Namibian community is doing. We can allude to ISOC. That is the Internet Society, the Namibian chapter. They do quite a great work in schools. They are also a partner. They are also a partner in this in the Internet Safety Day. That they go out to school, they teach the children just to ensure that the children know and understand what they are doing. And also perhaps the schools could introduce this into their life school, because life has really become a great part of our lives has gone digital. So it's really important that perhaps schools also introduce this in their life school programs, just to know that how do we make sure we don't leave a digital footprint when we are online. And there's also a great job being done by the Childline Lifeline. And most of their programs are by children. They are also reaching out. They are also a partner in this. They are also reaching out to just ensuring that the Namibian child is safe, particularly when they are on social media or using the internet.
So lastly, what's your final message to parents and guardians on the role they can play in ensuring that their children are using the internet in a safer manner?
It's important to understand that, as I said, a large part of our life has gone digital. Even these games that the children are playing at home, they're online, they are speaking to another person that's in a different country, and there's what we call grooming, that the child could be groomed by a person who they just met in an internet cafe or chat room or through games. So it's important for us as parents or as guardians to know who are the children, to know what they are doing online, who are they chatting to, what is the nature of their chats, to make sure we keep our location. We use it when we need to, but when we don't need to, we keep our location from our phones off, because I can tell, if you give me your location, I can tell where you are at any given time. I can literally follow you to your house, and it's important to know that, especially the children, if they are bullied online, it's time we have the dialogue that if you are bullied online, you need to block the person, you need to tell your parents or the administrators of that particular site, and they can block or ghost that person from ever sending you messages.
Well, Mr. Lukas, thank you so much for that information. Very, very enlightening indeed.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Right, so that was Lukas Haufiku, the Chief Public Relations Officer at the Ministry of Gender Equality, Poverty, Eradication and Social Welfare, talking to us about the celebrations that took place earlier this week on Safer Internet Day. When we come back, we take a look